this will be a Russian twist or a weighted or a dumbbell Russian twist. So there's some different options and definitely a lot of considerations on this one to make sure your back feels okay and make sure it's more of an effective exercise and not causing more harm than good. So you can have your heels lightly resting on the floor or up. Lightly resting would be a little easier. And then another factor that determines kind of the intensity is how far back you're leaning. So you want to be able to lean back enough where you feel some tension across the abs, but not so far where you're feeling a lot of discomfort in your low back or in your hips. And then as far as upper body posture goes, you want to try to stay pretty tall, pretty long, but if that causes some back tightness or doesn't feel great, a little bit of a crunch position will just assure that you're having more tension in your abs and not putting as much in your back. So that's kind of your starting position, either up or down, and then you can decide the angle here. And then we add the rotation into it. And the rotation is a lot more about your shoulders and your chest and how much they're turning rather than just how far you're reaching down. Because I can stay perfectly straight and reach all the way to the floor, and that's not going to be quite as effective as if I just go here and do a small turn off to the side, small turn off to the other side. And we want to keep these pretty slow, pretty controlled. You'll probably see people go through them pretty fast, and that's doable. It's not necessarily bad, but it also puts you a little more at risk, or if your back's a little achy, it's not great to try to speed through them like that. So it would be better in that case to keep a little crunch position, small rotation, and see how that feels. But we should be feeling pretty constant tension across the abs. And then as you add some of that rotation, you're going to feel a little bit in the obliques. So with this one, just being careful and kind of figuring out what angle, what position feels best for you, and not trying to overload the weight either. This is not an exercise about heavy weights. It's more about just controlling a small weight, or you can even just do your hands out in front as well. So that's going to be a Russian twist.